Welcome back to the No Fun Channel. I'm Felix, and I was just here thinking, like, I'll come up with topics to talk about, and I can have like a 5-10 minute conversation in my head. Then I come here to do it, and it's completely gone. And it's weird how that works. Like, one thing I was thinking about was I just cut the grass, and I just threw this shirt on afterwards because I was covered in grass. And when I was cutting the grass, I was so sweaty. I left my shorts on. When it gets hot, I sleep in shorts. And so I left them on and just threw some pants over top of them and went out there to cut the grass. When I was done, I couldn't figure out why I was so hot. And I was like, oh yeah, I got shorts on. So I'm standing in my kitchen, and where I was standing in the kitchen is a hallway. And my daughter stepped into the hallway as I just dropped the pants. I had shorts under it, so I wasn't thinking. And she just looks at me and starts to laugh. Like, yeah, I forgot I had them on. But yeah, I was dripping sweat. It was like I just stuck my head in water. It was coming down my face so bad. My beard was soaked. My hair all through was soaked. And I was breathing heavy, man. Because I cut that grass so fast because it's getting ready to rain. So I was like, I've been putting off cutting the grass since last week, and it got up. So I was like, I need to cut it real quick. So I hustled. Even got the weed eater out, got the blower out at the end, and did it all probably under a half hour, if that long. I was moving because the grass was still short, so I didn't have to worry about the lawnmower getting caught up. But I did it so quick and so fast. When I came back in, my daughter was like, "Oh my God, you were not out there that long." Like, oh. I was like, I was in a hurry, and it looks good. I got it done. So I just stayed focused, got through it. And so the upside is, because it is short, it's easier to cut versus the first time you cut it for the year. So, yeah, I was wore out, dripping sweat, and it's just like, oh my God. And so later, I'm sitting on the couch after this, and I was talking to my daughter. I was like, hey, you want to earn a couple bucks? I was like, clean out the car. I was like, clean out the car for me. I don't feel like doing it. And as I'm sitting there, I'm like, I got my hand doing this. Like, make sure to clean up there, where the steering wheel is up there. Clean that. And finally, I just stopped talking. My daughter's like, you mean and finally she just screams out, dashboard. It's like, yes, that's what it's called. I could not remember what the hell a dashboard it was. I couldn't think of the name of it. I was sitting there, my brain was hurting. And it's just like, I just stopped talking, went and started playing on my phone. Because, like, I can't think straight. And I think it's because I'm still dehydrated. I'm so dehydrated. And it's just like, wow, I couldn't talk at all. Even now, I feel like I still can't talk. But yeah, it's just, when I was outside cutting grass, every now and again, something like either hit my nose or around my mouth, and I had to stop. It caused me to choke, and I spit. And it's just like, wow, what is going on? But yeah, I got that grass cut in record time. Went all the way around, behind the house, front of the house, everywhere, around the fence. Like I said, got the blowout. The only thing I didn't do any edging, which I might do tomorrow. I might go back and push the grass back, reclaim the sidewalk from the grass. But yeah, it was quick. And I don't think I'm ever going to try that again. But also, something else that's been going on is that ever since I got my potassium right, I've been going to the bathroom a lot. So after I got done cutting the grass, all of a sudden I had to go to the bathroom. It's like, bowel movement after bowel movement today. It's just like, I am so regular, it's not funny. And it's just, I kept trying to tell, like the medical people that my potassium being messed up is connected to my weight, and they didn't want to hear it. And now my weight is just going down. And I'm like, I wonder if it's almost like the two are connected. So yeah, your whole body is connected. So my potassium being messed up really did affect me. It really did affect my weight in more ways than I thought. Because I looked up the effects of low potassium, and It can affect your drive to pretty much do anything. It can affect your mood. It can affect your weight. It can affect your adrenaline. It can. There was so many things. Like I'm pretty much experiencing all that, and now my potassium's up in the range it should be. I've noticed that I'm good to go. It's like, all right, let's do stuff, and I just, it's like, I hate having to argue with my medical professional. I say medical professional because she's not a doctor; she's a nurse practitioner. So it's like, yeah. But enough about me. There is one thing that's been getting on my nerves. A story I keep hearing, where this man is sitting in jail for attempted kidnapping in Georgia, and he's been in there for almost 2 months now, and there's so much evidence he did not do it, but the prosecutor and the judges and the cops don't want to let him out. And it's because he's like Indian and the woman was white. That's literally the only reason they're keeping him in jail. There's so much evidence to let this man out, and they won't do it. And it's just like, and people talking about there's no racism. I'm like, what do you call this? It's like, he's clearly only being kept there. And there's evidence that shows that this woman has done stuff like this before. She's committed fraud. She's lied. And these people took her serious. And of course, the question is, did no one watch the security footage? But then someone pointed out they had to watch the security footage because that's how they identified him. So everyone was like, you watched the same security footage we watched, but yet you still charged him with attempted kidnapping. It's like, something's not right here. And every time I hear this story, it's like, God, no wonder people talk about America. It's like, Jesus. But yeah, it's just like, let the man out. And people are talking about due process. Let the man out. He didn't do it. There's so much evidence he didn't do it. Then there's so much evidence that woman's lying. And there's so much evidence that she's a con artist. She's a scammer. And she's trying to milk it for everything it's worth. It's like, you're destroying this man's life because he's not the right skin tone. Is really the truth. It's like, Jesus. And then, then there was an incident where a minivan ran a motorcycle off the road. Now in the video, you see the motorcycle like making motion at the van and stuff like that. And the semi, I'm assuming it's a semi truck because of the angle of the camera, the way it looks down on them. Is capturing it, but my first thought is, what happened beforehand? Because this motorcycle driver's like flipping them off and getting real close and yelling at them. And I'll be honest, he looked like he was one of those motorcycle guys that might be part of a gang or something. But they just kept the motorcycle guys just like get up in the face. Keep in mind, it's a minivan. Most minivans have families in them, and if this guy, I couldn't see what kind of motion he was making. I won't say it was a gun motion. But if he's making some kind of threatening motion and I got my family in the van, in my car, I'm running you off the road too. I'm being honest. I'm going to run you off the road. If I think you're a threat, boom, I'm hitting you. And that's what happened. The van swerved, hit him, and the guy was in bad shape. And what I like is that other motorcycle riders are saying that was stupid on the motorcycle rider's part. Like, you shouldn't have done that because now look what happened. Like, you're on a motorcycle, they're in a van. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. And that's what happened. And it was just like, you got to be kidding me with that crap. And then there was this was more recent, the Frontier airline. It shows these two black women, and they got the phone out, and of course all the comments are racist. But my whole thing with that is what happened beforehand that these women are acting this way, getting all up in this guy's face, because all we see is them being angry and yelling at him. And I guarantee you something happened beforehand, and that's the part that's being left out. Because that's how that always goes. Let's be honest with you. 90% of the time, that's what's happened, is that he starts recording at the point where they've lost it and they've had enough of him. And I guarantee you there's more to the story. And even if more comes out to the story, all the racists are still going to say something. But yeah, it's just like, and speaking of racists, racists are getting bold. Like, the racist woman in the park said something to a little kid, and she was able to raise money. What does she need money for? Why did you raise money for? And it's like, this collapse of the United States is coming sooner than later. But just so much stuff going on. It's just like, that's why I don't want to associate with people. Like, you can't associate with people anymore. It's just, you never know. But, yeah, and then, there was the PNC, the usher at the PNC ended up beating up two guys. Like, one guy did something, he was rocking him. And another guy was doing something. It looked like the guy spat on him. Yeah, the usher took his belt off and started whooping him with it, which was awesome. And one of the things I hated was these guys were pushing the usher back. It's like, no, you need to get that other guy. Now, some guys did finally step in and was pushing the other guy back. But, yeah, that usher was ready to go. He was ready to take him out. With everything that I saw going on just from that clip, it looked like they started it and Usher was about to finish it. And it was just hilarious. People always say, I don't condone violence. Well, sometimes you gotta. And if someone spits on me, it's on. I'm not playing that game. Don't spit on me. I'm going to come for you and I'm going to hurt you. But it was just like, ugh, you're so gross. Don't spit on me. Oh my God, I can't breathe. All of a sudden my sinuses start locking up on me. But yeah, just so much going on. And then with the weather, like I said, I got out there and I cut that grass so fast. With the weather, like I said, I got out there and I was just huffing it, trying to get through that real quick. Because what would happen is, I would say since the last time I cut it last week, I think I cut it Tuesday last week. From Tuesday all up to now, it's been raining nonstop pretty much. What would happen is I'd be at work, nice sunny day, get off work, it's raining. Last week I got the grass cut. It was Tuesday. Monday rolls around. I think, okay, I need to cut the grass tomorrow. It's raining. Tuesday rolls around. I get off work. It's raining. Wednesday, sunny. Okay, when I got off work, it's raining. Like, you gotta keep me. I thought I was gonna have to sneak out there at lunchtime and cut the grass. I was like, I've done that before actually, where I kept trying to cut the grass, and one day at lunch, I was just like, now this is when I worked a different job. I had a 45-minute lunch. I came home and cut the grass real quick and changed clothes. Like, I changed out of my work clothes, cut the grass, cleaned up. I didn't take a shower, but like kind of washed off real quick and then threw my work clothes back on and went back to work. This is before I worked from home. And I thought I was going to have to do that today because the clouds kept getting dark and dark. But instead what I did, I forgot about this. Instead what I ended up doing at lunchtime is I took my car to the car wash. I hadn't washed my car in a while. I was like, let me get the heavy stuff off and then I'll come back and wash it by hand. The reason I did this is there was so much, my car sits under a tree and so much of that debris from the tree was falling on my car to where stuff was taking root on my car. I looked around, there's little green things sprouting up in the seams of the car and the window and stuff. Like, what is that? And I pull it and it has roots. And it's like, oh my God. So I'm going around the car, pulling it all out. And I got it washed. It's just like, you gotta be kidding me. So it's like, because it doesn't take long for like seeds to sprout, But at least it has to be a week. It was like, so I'm going to go out tomorrow and wash my car, finish washing my car. Because even though I went to the car wash, it doesn't get the caked in stuff. So I got the heavy stuff off. Tomorrow I'll go out there. Even if it's raining, I'll just get a soapy sponge or something and wash the car off because it needs it. And I got to get it in there by hand and wash it. But yeah, it's just like, oh my goodness. It's literally growing flowers on it and stuff. So it's like, ugh. And it was just blowing my mind that this was happening. As far as I know, it's never happened before. It's like, I know it hasn't been that long since I washed my car. But I also need to cut those trees. They're the neighbor's trees, but they're hanging over my property. And where I live, I can cut anything hanging on my side of the property, which is what I'm going to do. So I'll cut back all those trees and leave it at that. And that was just so hilarious to me that I was doing that. It's like, I wasn't going to go anywhere, or I had to run out and go do something. And that's when I noticed it. Because originally I was like, I'll wait till after work. But then I happened to look over and I saw the sprout. The stuff's, it was in the other window, like the passenger side window. I saw green. I was like, there is stuff growing on my car. And I got all knocked off. But yeah, it was funny. But, one thing with working out, love the transition there. But there it goes again. My brain shut down. But my brain is not functioning properly. So I've actually cut back on working out for right now. This whole week I haven't worked out. I haven't been feeling right. I wonder if my body's just adjusting to the potassium. Well, if I'm being honest, also, I gotta have accountability. I started taking diet pills. I know I shouldn't, but I want to get this weight off. When I first started taking them, everything was good. So I stopped taking them, but I'm still not 100%. So I don't know. Maybe it wasn't the diet pills. Maybe it was. I don't know, because I'm still not 100%. Yeah. But next week I'm going to try to get back to the gym, get back on track. But my weight is dropping off. It seems like it's starting to drop faster, going to the bathroom regular. Just a lot going on. But yeah. Oh, there was something else. Like I said at the beginning, I'll have a 5-10 minute conversation in my head. Then for whatever reason, when I come to do the podcast, I can't get it. I'll make notes. Even after I make notes, it's like, it's almost like I got to put the whole conversation down. Otherwise, the notes aren't enough anymore. And I don't know if it's because I'm just so stressed out or what's going on. But yeah. What was something else? The Pope. They picked a new Pope, and he's from Chicago. I think. I believe he's the first American Pope. And what's funny is people are already like, oh God, he's from America. And you can't blame him. But it seemed like he might be a Pope that's against Trump. And so hopefully that goes in our favor. Usually Pope's always someone from other countries. But so yeah, I think it'll be interesting. Hopefully he doesn't like switch teams and suddenly for Pope or suddenly for Trump, because that does happen. Let's see here. Oh, an update. The man that's been in jail for 45 days finally got bond. It looked like he's finally out. After they showed the judge saw the video and granted the man bond. The judge should have just threw the whole case out. But so he's out. So that's good. I'm glad I pulled up Yahoo. Yahoo actually gave me some good information. So there's that. So he's out. So that, cause I was, like I said, every time I see stuff about this, like, it's just, really, just stop. Then, I just saw something else about someone being accused of assault, a celebrity from Boardwalk Empire, but that made me think of Smokey Robinson's being accused of some stuff. And so far, from what I've heard, it sounds like it's just, they're accusing, but they're not pressing charges. It's like they're asking for money instead. It's like, I'm always leery when people say, well, you did this to me, give me money. That always makes me question whether it really happened. It's like, so this person assaults you, and your first thought is to tell them, give me money, not, hey, you're going to jail. If your first instinct is, give me money, I don't believe you no more. I'm sorry. You've lost credibility. And if it turns out they really did assault you, I'm still going to come back and be like, why did you ask for money? Why was that your first go-to? I don't get it. It's like, if a person really did hurt you, why are you asking for money? So, but yeah, I'm glad I did turn on Yahoo and see what that guy's finally out on bail. Because yeah, every time I turn around, it was just like, wow. What was Met Gala crap? As I said, crap. yeah, the Met Gala. I never knew what the hell the Met Gala was all about, but there's so many celebrities that are saying made of faux pas or tone deaf, because they're talking about Sabrina Carpenter, Sydney Sweeney. There was a guy too, and so it's like they're so tone deaf, tone deaf, tone deaf. And I'm looking at everyone's outfits, and the only difference between the ones that they're calling out versus the others is they were tame in comparison. Like, so if you wear something tame, you're tone deaf? It made no sense to me. It's like, clearly I'm missing the point. Because I would have just showed up in a nice suit. I wouldn't have had anything super flashy on. So they probably would call me tone deaf. I was like, oh well. Honestly, I think the only people saying tone deaf are the writers who are writing these articles. Because I haven't heard anyone else say these people were tone deaf. And it's like, I think it's just you. It's like, what were you expecting? But, I just saw this picture of a bunch of raccoons. Oh my God, my brain. I need to drink water. Let me get dehydrated. Hold on a second. So I was watching a TikTok where it shows an old lady got pulled over for a traffic stop. And the cop walks up to the car and looks in and sees a raccoon and he's kind of chuckling. But then he realizes the raccoon has a pipe in its hand and it's a meth pipe. And the cop's like, your raccoon's got a meth pipe. And they're all like, oh, let me get that. And she's just walking over trying to get it. The cop's like, no. I don't want the raccoon to have it. He goes, I'll take care of it. It's like, you're going to jail. You're going to jail, Grandma. But the raccoon literally is just playing with the meth pipe. It's like, I wonder how many times that raccoon's hit that. You know, is the raccoon hooked on meth is what I want to know. And oh my God, what does a raccoon look like when it's hooked on meth? They're already savages as it is, these raccoons. But yeah, it's just like, you're going to jail. But, oh man. I think for my next podcast, I've been trying to do this for a while. Like, it started off with me just taking notes, and I think I may have to write a paragraph now when I put these notes down, because I was able to do it in the beginning when I started taking notes, but I've lost the ability to do it now. So, oh wow, I guess I used up all my energy. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get back and figure it out. So me and my wife have been looking at our debt, and the main reason we've been looking at all our debt is because her car is acting up. And it's like, I don't know what it is, but like when I used to also have to drive for work, I still had no issues with my car. It's like she gets a car. I don't know what she's doing. I'm still thinking it's her. You know, as I'm looking around, I think it's her, because every car she's had issues, and I rarely ever have any issues. And it's like, I don't know what's going on, what you're doing to these cars. I've ridden with her, and there are times she'll wait till the last moment to hit her brakes. She's one of those type of people, and she'll take a turn way too fast. I'm like, Jesus. But she's slowing down. Like, I started pointing it out. I was like, you're taking this turn way too fast. Like, you could hear the tires squealing. It's like, slow down. It's like you're going way too fast. And I think that's part of it, is that she's driving so fast and then waiting the last minute to hit the brakes that it's causing issues. But she was talking about, let's go get another car for the tariff stuff it's in. And I was like, it's already hit. People are already using that as an excuse to raise prices. So we're just going to have to save up the money and keep your car running, because one, her car's almost paid off. And once it's paid off, mine will be paid off the following year. So it's like, I want to keep your car for a little while longer. I want to keep my car for a little while longer. And so we can save up some money and have a nice down payment for another car. And that's what I want to do. But also, I wonder if she sabotages it herself so she can get a new car. That would explain a lot. My wife, she sabotaged the car. I guarantee that's what she did. I'm going to say it. I know she won't see it. She doesn't watch my stuff. But yeah, it's I just think it's quite a quinkadink. Oh yeah, there was a Florida state senator who passed out during a press conference, and the guy had to run up and grab her real quick. That was pretty much it. I just saw that. But yeah. Oh man. Oh, that's something else. They were talking about AOC, and I can never remember that woman. Is it Jasmine? Is that her name? Crockett? Senator Crockett? Is she Crockett? AOC and her were running for president and vice president. They probably would put AOC in front just because she's the lighter of the two. You know, gotta get that white vote. But yeah, it's just like all these people, they line up already to go up against whoever the Republicans pick for next year. Or whatever. I said next year. They should have a new election. Because I think there's a lot of Trump supporters who would switch their vote now. But yeah, it's doing it again. My brain, I think I really am. I don't know if I'm truly dehydrated because also my nose is clogging up a lot. Oh, that's something. I went to see Sinners. Like me, my wife, and kids all went to the movie. My kids went and saw The Thunderbolts, which they loved, and we went and saw Sinners, which was a good movie. The only problem I had with Sinners, well, there was a few things I had an issue with, but it was nothing that took away from the movie. It didn't make me go, oh, this is a horrible movie. No, the beginning was slow, in my opinion, and there was a thing with the Klan in there that I think could have been left out. But other than that, it was a good movie. Once it got going, it had a good pace. But yeah, it was just like the people who are truly hating on this movie, I mean, it's 100% obvious it's racism. And because there was a Vogue that did the asterisks, it's like, why is there an asterisk? And of course, movies that didn't perform as well, they're talking them up. Of course, the movies that didn't perform as well are all white people in them. So, yeah. So it's obvious what's going on. And it's like, you have this black-led cast doing fantastic. And what is the problem here? It's like, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Stop putting asterisks by stuff that doesn't have a white-led cast. But, yeah. And apparently some students, where's this at? University of Kentucky organized their own special graduation. So black graduate students have their own celebration after DEI cancellation. Hey, why not? In Kentucky, I guess, I don't know if they had it on campus, but the fact that they did that, I don't know, I'm impressed. And the whole deportation stuff that's going on is just getting out of hand. I just saw a thing, a woman got pulled over for turning right on red, a college student, and she might get deported. It's like, good Lord. It's out of control. And then they're talking about deporting U.S.-born citizens. Yeah, it's getting out of control. I'm trying to remember. Here's back to where I was talking about coming up with a 5-minute conversation. I was literally in the bathroom. I didn't have my phone with me to take notes, but I had like 4 things that I had like a 5-minute conversation in my head. And I could only remember a few things. And it's like, in my head, this conversation was going on forever. Then I come out here and I couldn't remember what they were about. It's like, oh my goodness. So that's what I started talking about. And then I saw the guy got released from prison. Is that I'm going to start trying to, I think I said a little bit, let's start putting paragraphs with my notes here. Because it used to be I could put notes about what I was thinking and stuff, and that'd be enough to trigger it. But lately, it hasn't worked. And I think it's just because I'm so tired lately. I get off work and I was like, I got to take a nap. And I think it might be my body adjusting to me losing all this weight. Because, like I said, the weight seems to be coming off faster. But I need to get back in the gym and doing treadmill and stuff. Pushing myself again with the working out. I think part of it is I'm doing a lot of cardio with the house chores working. I'm trying to do a lot more around the house. Because that's what I used to do. Is like I would just clean the house from top to bottom. Haven't really done that lately. And then I cut the grass today. And I think whenever I push myself with cardio, that's when I have issues. My body starts to kind of shut down. So I definitely need to do more cardio. So I got to get back in that. And that was something else. One with cardio, I was thinking about, I need to get back into fishing too. Because I haven't been fishing in a long time. I want to get back out there, do some fishing. And I miss it. I stopped fishing, I think when my daughter was born. I went fishing a couple times with my kids since then. But really, I kind of stopped because I would go fish with my son and he would just... he was a handful to take fishing. But he didn't like it. He enjoyed it, but it was just like I couldn't fish with him there. And it wasn't like he was like a baby or anything. He was probably about maybe 8. No, maybe a little younger. He might have been about 6 or 7. But because I remember when I was 6 or 7, I could go fishing. I would fish, but he's not me. So I got to remember that. So I need to go get my fishing license and head back out there and start fishing. Now, I'm not going to force him to go, but I'll ask him if he wants to go. And we'll all get out there and try to do some fishing. And see if he likes it. If he doesn't like it, it is what it is. If he does like it, great. If he doesn't like it, great. But definitely need to get back out there fishing. There's a couple spots I used to go, and I'm going to try to go to... Hold on. Let me get my brain together. There's a couple spots I used to go to that I've asked for directions to because I know some people still fish out there. There we go. Whew. Yeah, I think I might have to cut it here. This might be a short one, probably even under 30 minutes. But yeah, I'm going to call it quits. I wanted to say thanks to everyone who tunes in to any of my videos on this channel because I'm up to 91 people now. So whether you follow by accident, I don't care. It says 91. That's all that matters to me. But thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And everyone take care. Later.